What's up, guys? Inside here are about 9 to 10 shed tests that we're going to get sent off to Grey Rider Reptiles. So let's go ahead and take a look at the snakes that we are getting tested. Happy Pura Vida Tuesday. It's Cody with Pura Vida Pythons. And like I was just saying, we have about 10 tests in here that we're going to send off to Grey Rider Reptiles. We went with RGI the first time we got sheds tested. And nothing wrong with them at all. We're just going to give these guys a tryout. We've heard some good things about them too. Kind of went ahead and bought a bundle so you can get like a couple. It's almost like, I think we did the 450, so it's almost like getting a test taken off for free. So I think in here is 9, and we have one in the future that I want to test another one out with. But let's go ahead and take a look at those snakes. All right, guys. So here's one of the first one, and we'll just do most of these are het clown, and I think maybe 2 or 3 are for Spectre that we're checking a couple, depending on if they'll be holdbacks or not, from our first clutch, which was all het clown. So we don't have to test them. But this is a really cool snake right here, and I actually thought it was a male, but I just checked before we started filming, and it is actually a cool little female. And if you check out the side, look at the two dots on the side. Really cool on the head pattern there with the dot as well. And she's a little feisty, even though I just fed him. So I'm thinking right here, as far as I know, so let me go ahead and show you another snake really fast, because I want you guys to see the comparison. And so here we have one of its siblings, and just look at how golden this one is compared to this one. And I think this one is I believe it is a Cypress trick, possibly leopard, possibly het clown as well. So this is another one we're going to be getting tested. And let me go ahead and see if this one's a female too, since I haven't checked in a long time. So, and they are also feisty. I might get bitten in this one. Not fun. So that's really awesome. So now these are potential holdbacks at this point if these are het clown, because Cypress trick here would be really awesome. Cypress trick het clown, and I believe this is Trojan. It's so rich with color that it would be hard to believe that it's not Trojan. It doesn't have anything super yellow, like yellow lines or anything going on, but I'm gonna reach out to some people and see what they think about this being Trojan. Super gold coloration. It might be trick and leopard as well. It's got some really funky stuff, especially up here in the neck. It really gets jumbled up, if that's a word. So this is one we'll be testing, and I guess her sister right here will be another one, and so that's really exciting. This one I definitely believe has trick in it, as you can tell with the really crazy pattern on the top, and then I think it has that Cypress in it as well with the nice whites coming up. This one has some really cool patterns that I would really like to pass on. Let me watch this girl right here. She's just on something else. But really cool snake here. It's got some cool blushing on the side as well. But I really like the pattern coming up from the belly. And she's so mad. So I'm gonna put them up. This is the girl. This is the only snake I've ever been bitten by, ball python, and it sounds like she might want to do it again. I'm super excited about this one. Hopefully being het clown. This comes from a het-to-het pairing, so we won't know if there's no visual until we get it tested. So super excited about this one. I put this one on Instagram and had a lot of people reach out and say they think this is a leopard red stripe gravel, possibly het clown. Really pretty snake. That gravel coming up off the sides is just really nice. So really hoping that she proves out as well. And if so, we might have a little het clown army here if all these girls end up proven out. So this is a little girl from our latest clutch, even though it's been a little while now. She's a little small. She's only had 2 meals with us. If you guys can see, she has what's called shark mouth. So a little bit underdeveloped lower jaw. And she had her first meal and did great. And then didn't eat for the next few times, but good news is she just ate the other day. So hopefully that trend continues. You know, I'm not sure exactly why, but she seemed to take that one pretty easily. But really pretty snake here too. I think it definitely has the trick in it. And I really like the straight dorsal. It has a little bit of breaks going on, but kind of the purples going on the side. I mean, this is a really purple looking snake. And it came from a really cool pairing. But yeah, I'm thinking, I don't know, there's a lot going on here. The pattern is really cool. But could be Cypress, spot nose. Hard to tell with this thing because a lot of it's washed out because it had lesser pastel and Cypress in the pairing. So I think a lot of it's getting like that white color from it. And so yeah, just a really pretty snake, really cool snake. I'm glad she's finally eating. So hopefully this comes out het clown as well. Really pretty snake. Glad she's finally eating again, and would love to add her to the collection and see what all's going on with her. Really nice pattern, and I like the purples coming out a lot from her. So here's another little male that we are getting tested for clown. I think we have at least Cypress. I'm not sure about Trick being in this one. There's a couple like floating things going on down here and stuff, but I'm not sure if it's enough to really make me go, this is Trick. But I mean, he definitely does have some funkiness going on. But we're getting him tested for Spectre. Definitely looks Cypress. And I think there's some other little things going on. Like I said, I'm pretty new to identifying genes in like some combos like this, especially with a couple things that might be at play that aren't very normal. But we're getting him tested for Spectre. So this one I'm really excited about because it's almost the same snake, but it looks a little brighter. And you can tell it has a little bit more blushing on the sides here, just in these open spots. That blushing is really, really nice. And I'll show you a snake in a second that has that as well. And I'm wondering if that might be, I'm not sure exactly what that could be, but we're getting this one tested for Spectre as well. I think it's Cypress. And as you can tell, the last one didn't have as much separation in these alien heads. So I'm not sure exactly what's doing that either. But the other one did have a couple instances of that. But this one has quite a few more, just like random keyholes floating around. So really, really cool snake. And honestly, potentially a holdback depending, especially if it has Spectre. I'll definitely have to think about it. But this is a really, really cool snake. Could have Trojan in it as well with some of that blushing and some of the lightness coming up the side. But really, really excited about this one. I feel like it's just the brighter, better version of the one we just saw. So really, really pretty snake. All right, guys, clearly this is not a baby. This is the dad to every clutch we had this year. He is a Trojan, Trick, or Hurricane, Leopard, Red Striped, Cypress, Het Clown. And I believe that this could be the exact same thing with possibly Spectre in it as well. I'm not seeing a whole lot of, like you can tell in the dad here, Trojan, you can tell, I feel like this is like some good indicators of Hurricane with just a bit of the curl. It's trying to curl. It's not super pronounced, but a lot of strung together stuff with that Leopard too. And you can tell kind of like the Cypress, the blushing coming up the side. And then on the belly here, I believe this is a way to tell Trojan. A lot of times there's a yellow line, but I've noticed in some of the babies too that sometimes it's just speckled along the bottom. But really, really cool breeder male. But I think this is very close to what, and I don't have I bought this from Canova as a proven breeder already, so I don't have any pictures of him as a baby. But this coloration that this guy has, it's such an interesting rust. It's unlike anything else we produced, and it reminds me a lot of him, probably because you know how these snakes will dull out some as adults. This is probably what Trojan looked like, and I guess y'all haven't really met yet, so that's pretty. You know, meet your son, brother. And but really cool. Like I said, I don't know if this one has Hurricane, but he does have some stuff strung together. But that could be a Leopard influence. I'm not very sure. I'll get maybe if one of you guys see a resemblance or something in there. But if he's missing a gene, it's probably Trick. But really, really cool snake. Hopefully it has Spectre. Like I said, kind of trying to create a little Spectre gravel army over here and mix it in with some other really cool genes, and then Clown, obviously. But that's what I'm thinking with him, so something similar to that. Really, really pretty male. I'm thinking Pastel, Leopard, Trick. I keep saying Trick or Hurricane. It's the same gene. More people are probably just familiar with Hurricane. So I think I'm just going to start calling everything Hurricane. So, like I was saying, I think Pastel, Leopard, Trick, and hopefully Spectre. So this is kind of that blushing I was talking about a minute ago. A little bit of this could be from the pastel too. I mean, mainly this stuff. And I'm not sure exactly if that's a Spectre trait, but I do see it in quite a few of these animals. And so yeah, not exactly, like I said, with all these, not a whole lot sure of what exactly is going on in every single one of these snakes, like every gene involved. But I really enjoy this one's Trick pattern. I think it has the trickiest pattern. There I go, calling it Trick again. It's got the best Hurricane pattern. A bunch of curled up stuff, strongman arms, a bunch of floating stuff up here. And then on this side, the famous alien going on there. So just some really, really funkiness in this pattern. And if it has Spectre, which I've talked to a couple people and they say it looks like it probably does, or they did at least when he first came out of the egg. So like I said, that's why I'm kind of getting stuff tested. So hopefully I can find it in the future with future pairings. But we were thinking about him being the future But I don't know. It just depends. I really want to pass on. I really want a breeder male with Trick. Trick's so much easier to say, but most people just like saying Hurricane. But it's I really wanted a breeder male with the Hurricane, the Spectre. I like Leopard a lot too. Trojan would be good. I don't know if this has it in it at all. Like I said a minute ago, there's nothing on the belly to tell with that. But I don't know if that means it's not in there. If I had to guess, I would say no. But really bright electric snake here, and I'm just in love with the pattern. This one is Het Clown already, so he could go back and do some really cool stuff. We'll have to see after all these tests are sent off what the plans are going to be on holdbacks and letting them go. And so yeah, if he doesn't have Spectre and maybe another one of these does, he'll probably be up for sale. But yeah, guys, so I think we showed you everything but one that we're getting tested, and it's another male, just testing for Het Clown. I think most of those are going to be, except for the females. The females, if they're Het Clown, they're probably going to stay here just because I know there's some cool stuff going on with all the females already. But the males, you know, a lot of those are probably going to be on the market either way, Het Clown or not. So stay tuned for that. If you saw any snakes you like, stay tuned for the results in hopefully a week or so. I think they're pretty good about the turnaround time on these test results. So we're super excited about that as well. And yeah, just stay tuned. We're going to be posting some of these up after we get those results back. That's when we're going to create our morph market and get those going. We have a couple males over here that we never used. Bought. We did the whole classic buy the males before the females thing just early on. And then you get into it and you realize, oh, that actually isn't going to work. So we're going to have a couple males over here posted as well. Some really cool stuff, some visual clowns. And yeah, super excited about that. So as always, if you saw anything in this video genetically and you want to reach out and say, hey, this looks like that or this doesn't look like that, please do. No offense taken. I'm super thirsty for knowledge. So always trying to get better at that. But hope you guys like this video. I know I missed a couple weeks. We've been vacationing out of town. Just life's going on. Forgive us for that. But also stuff down here has been kind of slow in this aspect, you know. It's not really a breeding season. We ultrasounded the other day and I thought that maybe Myrtle was going to be growing. She's still sitting right at around 11 millimeter follicles. Everybody else is maybe showing a little bit of growth, but nothing to where it's like, you know, we got to start pairing. So it's kind of been slow around here. So I kind of didn't want to pump out just anything videos, but I think we can start stringing some stuff along. We have some cool stuff going on in the backyard that you guys haven't seen yet. So happy to show you guys that if you're down. I know this is mostly a snake and rats thing, but it's got some animal, wildlife, outdoor stuff involved. So maybe we'll show you guys that too. But anyways, like the video and comment down below if you want one of these snakes or which one you think is going to be Het Clown or not Het Clown or anything like that. Just engage with us. We really appreciate it. We like talking about it and just learning more about this hobby. And so we really appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a great week. Until then, peace.